Stop Tony D. 110 yards unofficially now for Dorsett, including his touchdown run, of course, which really got the crowd going. He scrambled 21 yards for a touchdown before the first half came to an end.
And Sammy Winder needs 4 yards now to move into the second place in all-time rushing for the Denver Broncos. Of course, Floyd Little's way out in front of that.
Dorsett. Ooh.
Slip.
Yeah, he started to make his cut. Looked like a cow catcher or something got him. But it was only his slip as he tried to make a cut.
5 substitutions come in defensively for San Diego. We'll have not only a nickel defense, we've got about 6 defensive backs in there. It's their variation of the 4-6 defense.
339 yards total offense for the Broncos, but the
four-man
statistics have changed a bit today for Denver.
4-man rush. Merle, they got 1 linebacker and 6 defensive backs and a safety blitz.
Here they come. He got it away, and it's caught by Mobley. And Mobley is out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and he has a first down. Leonard Colvin, number 31, the quarterback out of Vanderbilt, over there on the coverage.
Mobley caught 1 pass last week for 1 yard and a touchdown. This time a little square out pattern from the post position. Now watch him go for the first down. He knows he has to get to that yard marker. He gets to the 35-yard line, first down.
He's 256 pounds and 6'5" out of Salem College in West Virginia. Dorsett is back. Winder is back. First down, Broncos. Winder. Flags down. Got a couple.
Face mask.
Fawcett, number 53, the inside linebacker who led San Diego in tackles last week against Los Angeles. The Raiders, that is, with 8.
We didn't get the face mask penalty. Could be holding here.
Number 66, offense, 10 yards, still first down.
Jim Juriga, the left tackle from the University of Illinois, gets the call.
Well, injuries. We'll see how well that Bronco offense can operate in the next couple of weeks with Stephon Humphreys out, Dave Studdard still out. Ken Lanier might go out. We're trying to get an update on the injury to Ken Lanier, their right tackle. Of course, Clarence Kay with the spinal cord injury last week. We don't know when he's going to come back. So they've got their problems ahead of them.
1st and 20. Dorsett and Winder are the split back. Ooh, a great defensive play. And Dorsett really got popped by Elvis Patterson. But the indication was, at least the first indication, was incomplete.
He's up. Good hit by Elvis Patterson here. He smelled that screen to the right side. And I really think that Elway wanted to throw this pass away. He knew it right there. He hung it up, and he just saw a little daylight, and he put it right there. But Patterson had to bead on Dorsett. I tell you, as a running back, you want the quarterback to throw it away under that spot. You look so filled and you say, John, why didn't you throw that away? Save me that hit.
2nd down, 20. Elway being pursued, throws it to Will Height. San Diego's defense swarming, knocks him down at about the 27. Gary Plummer, inside linebacker number 50, on the hit. So
he's having fun
very
today.
little.
He's having fun today, though, Mr. Elway. You look up at that board, boy, 31-3. Your defense is doing the job. Your offense is functioning on all cylinders. And let's check the yardage that he has today. He's having quite a good afternoon. He's over 218 yards for Mr. Elway.
And Dorsett around 110 yards rushing. Steve Sewell is in. Will Hyde is in. 3rd and 18. Gentile, if he caught it, they got enough.
Well, that's a beautiful play. And I tell you, we watched him work on this in practice. This is a beautiful play by Ricky Natile. He goes down deep, and when he hooks up, he comes back to the football. Now you watch, this is designed for John Elway to get outside. Now watch him when he hooks up. Now watch him come back to the football. You see, you cannot stop that, folks. With the gun that Elway has, he's going to put it low. It's not going to be any chance for an interception, and that is a completed pass.
And that 15 yards, giving the Teal 80 for the day, gives Denver another first down. So
well, I just love how they run that play, Merle. They go down and come back.
Time is run out for the third quarter. And at the end of the third period, it is 31-3 Denver, and we'll be right back after these messages from your local station. Teams ahead by a score of 31-3 going into the fourth quarter. So for San Diego, it's try to look for some bright spots as this young team develops, and for Denver, it's to start to worry about some of the injuries that they have suffered today.
I'll tell you something, Merle. Before it's over with, San Diego's going to beat somebody they shouldn't. I tell you, they got enough skilled people. You got James. You got all these young kids who can run, and I tell you, when they put it all together one of these days, you're going to see explosive team.
Sammy Winder to the 47. Fawcett, who led the Chargers in tackles last week, is racking up a lot of tackles again today.
And I point up another break for Denver. Next week they get Kansas City. And I tell you, I think that's kind of a break for them, because with the kids that are out and maybe out with injury, you better be glad you got Kansas City instead of the Raiders or somebody like that.
On 2nd and 6, that could be enough for a first down. Vance Johnson, 82. Elvis Patterson on the tackle, number 34. Let's see where they mark the ball. It looked like he did have enough and then was knocked backward.
How about that? Once you get over $1 million a year, you probably deserve every quarter of it and then some. I'll tell you. There's about 4 guys here in the National Football League that I think are just indispensable. And you got your Marino, you got your Montana, you got your Jim Kelly, and this guy. You know, they could have 4 or 5 bad games, and you're going to go with them all the way. Other teams are going to substitute quarterbacks and change. These 4 quarterbacks, you don't change them.
Dorsett hit behind the line on a first down call. And Keith Browner, number 57, the outside linebacker, is the man that made the stop, and that'll take a few yards away from Tony D as Wilhite comes in.
Well, they're just trying to take some time off the clock now, Merle. This game's over 31-3. As far as Broncos are concerned, they just don't want to fumble a football or cough it up or give them a cheap 6 points.
It'll be 2nd down for the Broncos. They've got 13 yards facing him for a first down. Wilhite and Sewell are the running backs for Elway's shotgun. Over the middle at the 25-yard line, Vance Johnson and Elvis Patterson.
And the key there is, look how much time he had to throw the football. Somebody's going to be open. My heavens. And he got hit pretty good. You know, he was out a slight shoulder separation, and he's hurt again. Vance Johnson is not limping off, but he's not going off 100%, I'll tell you that. Look at the pass protection here, Merle. Watch him step up into the pocket. He's coming back for the football. Vance Johnson, right on the money, picked up 19 yards and the first down.
So at the 25, the Broncos have possession. We're in the fourth quarter. Denver on top, 31-3. Merle Harmon and Paul Horning with you from Denver.
Yep. He hurt that shoulder again, Vance Johnson.
On a draw to Dorsett. Dorsett brought down at the 21 by Gil Bird, who has seen a lot of Dorsett today, number 22, and David Brandon, number 58, who's playing that right outside linebacker in the absence of Billy Ray Smith. Some baseball scores now. 15th inning. How about that one, huh? And Cleveland stopped Boston this afternoon. Boston had a 3.5 game lead going into the action today, and Milwaukee stays right in there and will pick up a game on the Red Sox. Milwaukee is closing now, I believe, 4.5 out. 2nd down.
Boy, Dorsett's deep back here, almost 9 yards, 8.5 yards deep.
Just about at the line of scrimmage. Chuck Fawcett stopping Tony Dorsett. One of the things about that, having the tailback so deep, I keep hearing that the advantage of that, it gives the running back more selectivity, but it also gives him a lot of ground to make up. But what about those guys having to hold those blocks?
Well, they really have to hold the blocks a little bit longer. You must sustain your block. But today, these kids are so big that the blocking scheme of things has changed a lot, Merle, in the last 20 years. You almost have to cross block and trap block today.
3rd down for Elway.
Look at this guy.
Still on his feet, being pursued. He's got some daylight down the right side, but not enough, I don't believe, for the first down. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds, though. So Elway,
Look at him. He's having fun, folks.
He's got a fourth down coming up.
Anytime you've got a 4-touchdown lead, third quarter, you're having fun. Here's another look. The Jets still over Cleveland by 6 points. Can you believe that, Merle? And the Raiders, Houston has cut it to 4. Minnesota looks like an easy winner.
And Cincinnati ahead of Philadelphia, Kansas City going down to Seattle. Big story, Indianapolis quarterback Gary Danielson is injured. So Mike Pagel has replaced him. Gary Hogeboom is unhappy. Rich Carlos, barefooter all the way. This will be a 38-yard effort.
Good strong leg, I tell you. Woo.
So the field goal by Rich Carlos runs that lead up 3 more points.
We'll see him for a couple series here in the fourth quarter. Elway's had a very, very good day. 2 touchdown passes.
Mark Malone, who did not start the game, Laufenberg did, could not move the team in the first quarter. Malone on to the second quarter. The Chargers have not been able to get into the end zone, have had to settle for the 1 field goal as Malone keeps looking and finally decides he better do some running and slides out of bounds up near the 30.
A little short of first down.
Malone in his first action for the Chargers, coming over from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hasn't looked too bad, I don't think. Merle, even though he's way on the short end of this score.
Malone 9 out of 16 for 104 today.
And most of the big plays for San Diego, Lionel James. He's really been the guy who's gained most of the yardage.
Curtis Adams to about the 33. And he's got a first down. Sean Knight, number 99, a second-year man from BYU, making the tackle.
He was the #1 draft choice of the New Orleans Saints.
That was an interesting trade,
and
wasn't it?
they traded #1s. They traded Ted Gregory, who was the Broncos' #1 draft choice this year. So they're going to let Mr. Knight in there, see what he can do.
Holland to the left and Early to the right.
He's big enough, isn't he, Merle?
Oh,
6'6", 288. Wow.
Malone right over the middle. Rod Bernstein at the 40. Carl Mecklenburg, number 77, makes the tackle.
Let's watch the Pro Bowler. He's lined up as an inside linebacker here. He goes back on the drop. Now watch him pursue for the tackle. He's all over his face. That was Rod Bernstein he tackled.
Bernstein got 8. Second down. The ball spotted on the 41-yard line in San Diego territory. 9:04 left in the game, and Denver leading it by 34-3. Bernstein couldn't get it. Had to turn around for it.
Just the timing's off. It looks as if they haven't worked too long together, and of course they haven't. This is the first year Malone has been there, but boy, that play should have been an easy completion. He was so wide open.
It is 3rd down 2. The last time the Chargers beat the Broncos here was November 9th, 1986. There were 4 field goals in the game. 9-3 score.
That was Al Saunders' first win.
Winning quarterback was Tom Flick. 3rd down 2. Fake inside handoff. Malone. First down, out of bounds, 45-yard line of Denver.
Where's that play been? Beautiful play here, a little bootleg. Around the left side, Malone makes it easy. Short yardage, he picks up 14 yards on the bootleg. Watch this, little fake to Lionel. Everybody goes with him, of course.
Malone very anxious to get out of bounds, and did before Mike Harden could catch up with him. Tell you this, he did some running in Pittsburgh.
They're overdue to put a touchdown on the board. They've been down here 3 or 4 times. It's stalled.
That's got to be the most frustrating thing for San Diego. The scoring opportunities they've had in Denver has been able to stop them deep. Right over the middle. This catch is with a tight end, Arthur Cox.
Nothing fancy about Mr. Cox. He just gets the football and goes north-south, tries to run over you.
Carl Mecklenburg, the tackle, gain of about 4. It's Babe Loffenberg, the starting quarterback today. Quarterback the Chargers all the way last week against the Los Angeles Raiders. Threw for 159 yards in the game. Today, just didn't go for him.
Looks strange to me when I look at a San Diego team and Dan Fouts is not in there.
Yeah, boy.
I tell you, so many years we've been watching Fouts, one of the great quarterbacks. What an arm.
How about Kellen Winslow?
That's right.
Incomplete. Everybody's looking for a flag, but it's not there. Bernstein, the intended receiver, covered by Randy Robbins, number 48. What a difference a year makes.
That's right. I think Robbins was looking for the flag, too, if you want to be perfectly honest. He had his left arm in there.
7:53 to go in this one. Denver on top, 34-3. 10 points for the Broncos in the first quarter, 14 in the second. And then in the third quarter, they scored on a 24-yard pass play from Elway to Vance Johnson.
2 out of 12 on third down conversions for San Diego today.
To the near side, incomplete. Quinn early, covered by Mark Haynes, and now the flag goes.
Have you ever noticed every time an interference call goes against a home team, they boo? Every time. I don't care if it's flagrant. Let's take a look. This is Quinn early.
That might have been a little early.
A little
on early.
He was, wasn't he? Dick Jurgensen makes the call.
So Mark Haynes, who is a great
You see his left arm right
coverage.
there.
Well, that's what got him. He had a hold of the...
They had a nice shot of that. You could see the left arm was on his shoulder pads before the ball got there. And I tell you, I don't think Dan Reeves likes it either.
No, he didn't. First down for San Diego. The ball, 28-yard line, Denver territory.
I thought it was interference.
Carlos had a 38-yard field goal for the only score for Denver in this period. Early in motion. Flags are down.
Everybody moved. Dennis McKnight, the right guard, moved.
One of the, on the scouting report of McKnight.
False start, number 60, offense.
That's Dennis
5
McKnight.
yards, still first down.
On the scouting report on him, quickness.
There he goes. There's the right
And he was
guard.
too quick.
Oh, was he? It was about 3 seconds too early there.
7:48.
The ball goes to the 34-yard line after the 5-yard walk-off, and it becomes 1st and 15 for San Diego.
And overcast skies has arrived here at Mile High Stadium. We might get some rain before it's over with.
This time the inside handoff goes to Lionel James. He didn't get a whole lot though, about to the 31-yard line possibly. Knight is in there, number 99.
And let's take a look at the scores again. Now the Jets have really pulled away from Cleveland 16-3. The Raiders over Houston by 4. Minnesota easily over New England. 3-point lead for the Eagles against Cincinnati. Fourth quarter, 21-point lead by Seattle. And the Rams leading Detroit.
Second down, 12. Man of the end zone overshot. Number 82, Rod Bernstein, out of Texas A&M. Sean Knight, number 99, had the pressure on the quarterback. Mike Harden the coverage, but Bernstein was deep in the end zone. The ball was thrown well over his head. Third down, 12 at the 31-yard line of the Broncos. The Broncos had trouble defending the run last week against the Seahawks. But in this game, although they've given up yardage, well, they got basically between the 30s.
Well, San Diego got so far behind, they're going to throw the football.
Malone over the middle, intercepted, picked up by Randy Robbins.
Free safety. They know they're going to throw it every time. The interception ratio, odds for an interception really go up in this predicament.
Randy Robbins, the 5-year veteran from Arizona. Timeout, 6:55 to go. Denver 34-3.
Day. He's looking for Mike Quick. He grabs it one-handed, spinning around. It sets up the lead Philadelphia touchdown. It's now 24-21 over Cincinnati. Back to Merle and Paul.
Okay, Lenny, thank you very much. You're in Denver today. The Chargers leading, or rather trailing by 34-3 on the defense against the Denver Broncos, and Gary Kubiak, who's now the quarterback, at the 45-yard line of Denver. Ken Bell. Bell to the 48. Fawcett makes the tackle.
Let's take another look at the interception. Watch the free safety come from right there, and he's got his eye on it. Malone didn't even see him. That's Randy Robbins on the first interception for the Bronco defense in 2 games. He runs it out of bounds. 7th career interception, as we see.
3rd down 1.
Anytime you throw a deep pass, a deep post pattern over the middle, Merle, you must key the off safety. You have to know where he is.
Bell and Wilhite are the running backs. That's Massey in motion. And the quarterback sneak by Gary Kubiak. He may have it because he got about a half yard. There's 72, Keith Karts. He's filling in for Stephen Humphries, who's injured. Quite a story on Keith Karts. He had stomach cancer as a freshman in California. Survived it, whipped it. 6'4", 270, very healthy today, and fulfilling a dream, playing professional football.
And he was a replacement player last year, Merle, and now he's got a starting job when Stephen Humphries went down with an injury. And a lot of the players, they think it's going to be tough for Mr. Humphries to get his job back, because this guy likes to play.
Nose of the football is apparently... Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back and check that one again. There's Stephen Humphries, who is being replaced by Keith Karts. And it was a first down by the right at the nose of the football. Looked like it was a little short, didn't it? Maybe it was the angle we had.
It does look a little bit short from where they had the marker.
5 minutes, 7 seconds left to play in the game. Bell and Wilhite are the running backs. Gary Kubiak in his 6th year with the Broncos. That's the book on him. Wilhite finds some daylight to the 43. Jeffrey Jackson, 52, the inside linebacker on the hit for San Diego. Short of a first down, however.
There's Clarence Kay in the blue jacket over on the sidelines. The big tight end that they miss. I tell you, Arson Mobley's done a fine job today, but you can never afford to lose these kind of football players. Clarence Kay noted as their best blocker.
He has a bruised spinal cord. You had an injury like that,
yes, sir. I just hope he's very, very careful. I'm sure the doctors are. They're going to be looking at those x-rays and make sure you don't have a subluxation of the cervical spine in the 5th or 6th or 7th. I know a little something else.
This is Bell, and Bell has the first down across the 40 to the 38. Gil Bird, 22. Gary Plummer, number 50. The quarterback and the inside linebacker make the stop.
Well, we've been witnessing an outman football team in the San Diego Chargers, a young football team. And I guess you'd have to say Elway had a wonderful day. 17 pass completions for over 250 yards. In fact, he was 17 out of 28 for 259 yards, 2 touchdowns, and what a wonderful day Dorsett had. Over 100 yards rushing. So he electrified this sellout crowd.
I want to thank our spotters, Mark Friedman and Merritt Cohen, and Ray Friedman, our statistician today, for a job well done. Kubiak, Bell again.
I tell you, he sticks it in there.
Bell looks like he wants to play, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
Martin Bayless, a strong safety, 44, had to bring him down. Ken Bell is basically a special teams player. Number 35 out of Boston College in his 3rd year. 2nd down. 4s. He got 6 on the last call. You know, Paul, I want to go back and correct something. I believe I had given information that Danielson had gone down with an injury, Indianapolis. Of course, Gary Danielson had become the backup quarterback at Cleveland, and Bernie Kosar is out.
Yeah, well, Danielson is out too. Mike Pagel.
And Mike Pagel is the quarterback.
And Cleveland is losing.
Yeah. Second down. And the delay to Bell this time, the Charger defense, and you got to give them credit. They're still sticking that helmet in there, making some pops. Lee Williams, 99. The defensive left end makes the stop. It's short of a first down. It'll be third down. A little more than 2 for a first down.
And so we're going down to the 2-minute warning.
And the Denver Broncos on their way to victory. And the 2-minute warning is here. The Denver Broncos lead the San Diego Chargers 34-3.
2 yards, so he's off to a flying start. He could really mean the difference to this offense, because all it does is just give Elway that much more leeway to throw the football.
Tonight, come home to the best in family comedy, starting with Rags to Riches. Then it's Family Ties, followed by My Two Dads. After that, stay tuned. NBC. Third down 2. Kubiak to Bell. Bell's got the first down to the 25. Martin Bayless stops him there. So Bell continues to be impressive, but that San Diego defense has got to be a little bit more than weary by now, but they're
just flat out tired.
Yeah. But they have certainly given their best, and Al Saunders, I don't know what he's going to have to say about this ball game, but the defense has spent a lot of time on that field today.
Merle, in the last minute and a half, I just want to thank NBC, and I want to thank them for giving me the opportunity to work with you again. And I just hope that the people around the country who's witnessed the old-timers in this NBC group enjoyed it as much as we have, because I sure have enjoyed it up here with you and being here in Denver again.
Well, I echo that same sentiment. It is fun to be back involved in football for a few ball games while the regular NBC announcers are over in Seoul, Korea, getting ready for the big Olympic telecast, which will be starting this weekend on NBC.
Thursday, in fact, they've got a special, I think, on the air. And of course, the Olympics, to me, you just can't get me away from the set. And NBC's got some great shows lined up after that, coming up with what, the World Series, and then of course
Super Bowl,
culminating with the Super Bowl at the end of the year. So what a year for NBC.
26 seconds to go. Will Height, and he is near the 17. Clock running down. There's our Budweiser most valuable player, Tony Dorsett. Budweiser will make a contribution to the United Way on behalf of all the MVPs selected in today's games. And it is over in Denver as the clock runs down to 0. And Tony Dorsett with more than 100 yards. Dan Reeves, the winning coach. Al Saunders, a loser for the second time, and Reeves is now 1-1. So the final score, Denver 34, San Diego 3. Will return in a moment. 19 years of sellouts in Denver, 75,359 looking on today. Disappointed last week, but not this week, because Elway and Dorsett have found themselves a game plan that's working.
And this is the 21-yard touchdown run of TD touchdown Tony Dorsett. 21 yards out for his first touchdown in a Bronco uniform.
And the most valuable player. And we'll come back to Mile High Stadium in just a moment. Well, Paul, school is out, and here's the report card.
Well, I tell you, the first half, it was all Tony Dorsett and all John Elway. And when you look at it, they just took all the pressure off the defense. San Diego got down there a couple times in the first half, couldn't put it in. And then actually the game was history at halftime, and Elway just took up where he left off in the first half. He finished with over 250 yards passing. Dorsett 113 yards rushing. And it was just a great balanced attack. Offensive line did a great job, and this was just an overmatched effort.
And for the Chargers, has Malone won the quarterback job?
I think so. I think you'll see Mark Malone starting next week. And I didn't think he did a poor job at all. He was flushed out of the pocket. Didn't have a lot of time to throw the football. And San Diego's a young team, an inexperienced team. They're going to get better, and they're going to beat somebody before this year's over. They shouldn't. You watch them have a big upset.
And the report card of the Denver Broncos today, we've talked about Elway and Dorsett. And of course, it's not just the two. There's Natil, there's Carlos, of course, with that big leg of his, and Vance Johnson, and they did lose, apparently lost Mark Jackson.
And I tell you, they also lost Ken Lanier. They earlier lost Stephon Humphreys, the right guard. Dave Studdard is not back yet, so the Broncos really have an injury problem to fool with starting from now.
But the Broncos are a winner today, 34-3 over San Diego, and we'll be right back.
For the mountains of Bush, big. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush.
Your help. We need your offerings. Ask yourself the question, what if everybody responds?
Keep